the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series fires things off for race number 6 in the regular season. That's right, just past the halfway point. We seen last week at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's right, it was Bristol, baby, but we were on dirt. Clark Janikin went back to victory lane for the 3rd time so far this season, but a much different circumstance here tonight. We're at the high banks, the high speeds here at Talladega Super Speedway for the admin box 175. Want to give a big shout out, thank you, you're welcome, and glad you can be joining us too. The admin box, a maker of button boxes that allow admin's race control, as well as a pit road options all pre-programmed in them. Plug and play, if you will. Tonight, drivers going to be plugging themselves in line and playing a little bit with the draft speeds upwards of 185 miles an hour in a happy hour. Qualifying already underway. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Game bringing you all the calls from trackside, and as our music slowly begins to fade away in the background, we'll begin to see some of these drivers turn in some time lapse. Long way to get up to speed, and it looks like they are now rolling across the start finish line. So we'll go ahead and throw some of that qualifying information up for you. Who's going to take the top spot? As we all know, here at Talladega, the super speedway, pole position, it's kind of just about bragging rights. Really doesn't give you any real clear-cut advantage over the rest of the field. I mean, just being in the draft, it's the great equalizer. You hear it on the Sundays with the big boys. And as the music fades, time on the stopwatch ticks away. We've only got a minute and a half remaining in qualifying, with 19 drivers already slotted in with a timed lap here in qualifying. Looks to be a big field here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway for the admin box. 175, Darren Clement. That 32 Kitty Cat coin machine, top of the speed charts. He ain't got no hairballs. And Lucas Lyons. He's going to come in right near the end of qualifying, and he's going to take the top spot away. Quick time belongs to Lyons. The 94 Chevy will take it to the top of the speed charts. He'll knock Darren Clement off. Ed HAUCK right there in that 7 machine. The 27 of Clark Janikin slots inside of the top 5. Just a handful of seconds remaining here in qualifying before we will set the grid and head trackside for the national anthem. The 23 drivers now out there. Looks like Jesse Hedges getting ready to turn in his time lap. Andrew Molina also going to turn in a time lap before we end this qualifying session. And it's going to be very close with about 10 seconds remaining on the stopwatch. Hedges and Bella may come up a little bit short, and that's going to be it. That's going to do it for qualifying. Taking the top spot and walking away with a quick time, Lucas Lyons will start from the pole position. We'll go ahead and get rid of some of that timing and scoring, and we will step trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave
And back trackside with just a few seconds to spare, drivers making their way through final pre-race inspection and down to the starting grid. What do you say we get a little closer to the drivers that are already on the grid, ready to fire things off for tonight's Admin Box 175? That's right, 69 laps around this 2.5 mile track. It's going to be a nice night here tonight. I can guarantee you, drivers going to be all over each other, pounding in those rear deck lids. The gaming chief 94 gaming chef. We do apologize, misspoke on Lucas Lyons primary sponsor. We'll get some money over there. We do apologize for that one, and you can hear those bells slowly ringing in the background. You know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup in the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series Admin Box 175, walking away with the pole position starting inside row number 1, the 94 gaming chef Lucas Lyons. Darren Clement, the 32 East Coast Esports Machine, will start just to his outside, representing that kitty coin collection out on the track here tonight. Back in row number 2, Ed HAUCK and Clark Janikin. Josh Douglas, Todd Cray back in row number 3, Stephen Ayers Jr. and Brian Tarnowski. We'll round out row number 4, back in 9th position inside row number 5, the 4 of Vernon Broadbeck. The ASE certified Tolstico Racing number 6, Josiah Strauss, rolls off in the 10th position tonight. Back at 11th, Scott Thomas. Zach Miller rounds out your top 12. Sitting inside row number 7 to 30 of Justin Gann. Gann has been missing for a handful of weeks. He's ready to make a reemergence here at Talladega. He'll start just to the inside of that 20 of Robert Lukens. Dave Gage, we can't find him right now, but I believe he's going to start inside row number 8. Nicholas Wing in the 99, just to his outside. The 127 of Matt Allen back in 17th. Ben Bryant outside row number 9. Daniel Jensen in the 11 will roll off 19th. And rounding out your top 20 here tonight for the Admin Box 175 will be TJ Grober. 69, Larry Poling back in 21st with the 33 of Jesse Hedges just to his outside. iRacing pace car will fire things up and drivers will roll off of the starting grid. Back in 23rd here tonight, that 44 of Brinson Hunt, Dylan Ussery just to his outside. Patrick Coro, Bailey Dutton back in row 13. Row 14 here tonight, Scott Bellum in that one machine, followed by Brendan Carroll. Andrew Melita, Chris Woods, tail end of the field, the 29th and 30th, Brody Tolstika. Looks like Tolstika may be pulling admin duties for us here tonight across the hall. We'll have to get a little message out over there, make sure that's who we've got over there and who we're sending out those pizzas and soft drinks to. And there you have it, your 30 truck field for tonight's Admin Box 175, 69 laps around the high banks here at Talladega Super Speedway. Drivers afforded one fast repair here tonight. 3 sets of tires down in the pit box, so you gotta be smart about when you take them. Will the gaming chef have the right recipe to stay at the front of the field and walk away with the race win here tonight. Long way to go, race fans. A lot of crazy good action getting ready to come your way. If the race is anything like what we've seen in the happy hour, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get wild. We may see some trucks on their lids, but we know one thing. They are gonna be hammered down for 69 laps here tonight, or at least some of them will make it to lap 69. Some of them may get caught up in some chaos. And as the iRacing pace truck ducks off, music will begin to fade into the background, and the drivers will bring the engines to life. And we will fire things off for the first time here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. The pole sitter Lucas lines into the restart box, and green flag flies. We are underway in the admin box. 1:75:69 laps. Nice here tonight. Beautiful time of day. Looks like the weather's going to get a little bit hotter through the course of tonight's race. And already we're seeing separation. Already a little bit of a gap back to a second and a third pack. And we've got drivers bailing. Drivers bailing from the front on lap number 1. My goodness. Brian Tarnowski, one of those drivers that's staying up here at the front. And look, we've got a trio of tricky kitties up there at the high side of the track. We've got 4 of them now, I believe, all in a row. It looks like the kitty cat coin stable of cats. They're all looking slick up there on the high side. All of them lined up nose to tail, all 6 nose to tail to the high side, and Darren Clement will lead lap number 1 here from Talladega Super Speedway. He'll drop right down to the bottom of the racetrack and will drop some of that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen for you. Let you follow along just like we do here in the production booth. And we've got yet another driver dropping from the front of the pack on back. I believe that may be the 7 of Ed HAUCK. He's had enough. He's heading to the back. The 38 Black Rifle Coffee Company 38 of Zach Miller. He's making his way towards the front after keeping himself in line on the bottom lane. 4th truck in line there. You can see him trying to run down that 28 of Brian Tarnowski. So already some different strategies being played, being implored here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. As fastest man on track last time around, Ben Bryant way back in 19th. He's going to run a 51:40. That's going to be your fast time of tonight's race. You got to go all the way back to 20th. In this lead pack right here, 1st through 20th, all within 1.5 seconds of each other. It's a little bit further back. And then you can see a second pack of trucks out there on the track. I do believe it's about 10 of them out there. Yes, it is indeed. 10 trucks in this second pack. And they are about 5 seconds behind your 20 truck lead pack so far here tonight. Clark Janikin coming into tonight's race as your points leader. Has went to victory lane 3 times so far this season. He's going to take advantage of a good push on the outside, and he will drop to the bottom of the racetrack, take over that top spot. But here comes your pole sitter looking to the outside. Lucas Lyons trying to get that gaming chef 94 back to the front of the field and lead a lap. He didn't get around in lead lap number 1. How I don't want to say how heartbroken. Oh, he's going to get eaten up right here. He's going to get absolutely dropped like a rock up there on the high side all by himself. We've got about 5 or 6 trucks all in line, so Lyons going to fall deep into this field. Barely hang on to a top 10 position as we've got drivers going single file coming off of turn number 4. So the handful of those kitty cat coin machines still hanging it out on the high side. Must be looking for some catnip up there in that middle lane. We're seeing another little break. Scott Thomas right here. You can see Scott Thomas leading a pack of Chevys. There's 5 of them in a row right here. Thomas, Allen, Douglas, Broadback, and Bryant. 14th all the way back to 18th, all running with each other right here. The 7 of Ed HAUCK, he left the front of the field early here on lap number 1, and HAUCK now back in the 19th position. He's going to drop yet another spot back into 20th. HAUCK going to lose 17 spots from where he started tonight's race, so his strategy, go play it safe in the back. Meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Darren Clement takes it 3 wide. And I mean, that's one way to get your sponsors a little bit of TV time. You can take it 3 wide early here at Talladega Super Speedway in the Kitty Cat Coin. Stable of trucks, man, they are strong out there. 3 wide, 2-3 rows deep to 38. Having a little bit of trouble. He'll have to rejoin the track. We'll stay 3 wide at the top of the pack, and a big run now. That 27 and 21, they're both going to clear and go all the way. Whoa, Darren Clement with trouble. Clement with trouble in the middle of 3 and 4. Somehow Clement was able to save that. I don't know how he was able, I don't know how he kept it out of the rest of the trucks out there. Woo-hoo. That was almost a big one early here tonight as we cross the line, this time by lap number 7. Goes on the board here out of the 69 that we have to run in tonight's admin box. 175 once again, halfway through this regular season already. So drivers, if they haven't got a race win, if they aren't within really, I would say that top 12 in points by now, they have a long road ahead of them with tonight's race. Then we head to Auto Club Speedway. That's right, California gonna host race number 7. Then we will have the All-Star Break coming at you here in just 2 short weeks in the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Still 3 wide at the front of the field. Very interesting to see these drivers still willing to go 3 wide this early as they begin to break away and have 3 separate packs now. The pack that we've seen earlier led by, I believe that was led by Dylan Ussery, if I'm not mistaken, or TJ Grober. I apologize. TJ Grober in the 45 was leading that pack, and now it has fallen upwards of close to 3-4 seconds back now. Ed HAUCK leading that back as we've got 3 wide, 3 rows deep up at the front. Drivers playing it safe in the back, but the Kitty Cat Coin drivers, they ain't pulling no punches. They ain't staying out of the gas. They're staying all over each other, nose to tail through the triangle. We'll come back to the start-finish line. Big move from the middle to the bottom of the racetrack. Todd Cray looking for the race lead, and he's going to get it on the high side with help from his friends. The 27 of Jenikin going to push Todd Cray to the front of the field. Here's no strangers to danger. No, there's trouble. Trouble. The 99 of Nicholas Swing catches the outside wall. We somehow keep this thing going. Everybody, oh my goodness, the 70 gonna go by and around. Caution flag flies here at Talladega. Oh my gosh, we got big trouble. Big trouble. Drivers in the catch fence. That's never good. Let's go back. Let's see what happened. That's no parking lot. Can't stay here, and Dylan Ussery will hit the tow truck button. Let's go back here, see what happened with the replay. There you can see the 70 with trouble. The 99 goes into the outside wall, and oh, there's a big hit by that 71 and just right up into the catch fence. And well, that's about all she wrote. So we'll rejoin the track live with your race leader, Justin Gann, for the first time here tonight. He'll take over the top spot. Will these drivers come to pit road, though? That's going to be an interesting little strategy. I mean, Talladega Super Speedway, it's not known for really being tough, rough on the tires. So I do believe we'll see some of these pit stops as fuel only I wonder who's going to mix the strategy up already, though, and come to pit road, go ahead and top it off with fuel, be able to stay out there to about lap number 30 or so. I do believe these drivers going to get about 20 to 25 laps on a full tank of fuel. So that'll get you right about to the halfway point if we stay green flag racing. So this very well may have turned into just a two-stop race here tonight already, with lap number 10 on the board under caution for the first time as drivers head down pit road. We're going to head to a short, brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that goes, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Back live trackside as drivers halfway down the backstretch. iRacing Chevy Silverado base truck lights are out. We're ready to go back green flag racing this time around. Driver's going to get double file and we'll get set to fire things off for the second time here tonight. Early caution flying at lap number 10, bringing the field to a crawl. We'll get back going once again, this time by the admin box 175 here at Talladega Super Speedway. 69 laps, the official scheduled distance. We're already working lap number 12, lap number 13 when we cross the start finish line. Justin Gann has control of this race on the inside, lined up just to his outside. Fresh face newcomer Robert Lukens in that fast Ford F-150. He's going to look to take that top spot away. The red dog, number 20, has been running well here tonight. Stephen Ayers Jr. and Daniel Jensen back in row 2 for the restart. There's Todd Cray and Matt Allen rounding out your top 6. Pace car ducks off, and we'll get ready to make our way to the Geico restart box. And away we go. Green flag flies as Gand waits to drop the hammer right to the end of that Geico restart box. And he scoots right away from the field. His 3 Kitty Cat Coin teammates going to line up just behind him on the bottom of the racetrack. And everybody's dropping from the top to the bottom, hitting that down button on the elevator. Looks like Todd Cray, he doesn't want to play around in line. He's looking to go to the top spot. Jumps out of line, and now we've got more drivers jumping out of line. The 127 of Bruzy. Chevy Silverado of Matt Allen. He's going to duck to the back of the pack. There he is now, falling back all the way to the 10th position. He doesn't want anything of what's going on at the front. We've got drivers off of the lead lap very early here tonight. Looks like Nicholas Swing and Dylan Ussery have had some trouble in falling off of the lead lap with that early caution. And we'll go ahead and throw that timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen. There you go. Todd Cray showing the way as we go 3 wide at the front once again. 3 wide at the front for third place. Justin Gant stuck in the middle. The 11 on the high side. There's Lukens on the bottom, making it work. That double yellow line, definitely a friend here tonight to Lions. Still 3 wide, 2 rows deep at the front of this field. Will we see 3 wide, 3 rows deep? Looks like they're thinking about it. And whoa, a little bit of move there by, I believe that may have been the 17 of Christopher Woods, possibly. I do believe that was Woods on the bottom of the racetrack. That snap on Toyota Tundra. With a little bit of a moment. And here comes some familiar faces. Darren Clement making a move, making a run, and here we are, 3 wide, 3 rows deep. And it's going to fizzle all down. We're going to go back double file for a handful of rows here. Your top 10, throw a blanket under them because they are all over each other. Looks like the 38 Black Rifle Coffee Company machine just off of the tail end of your race leaders. It looks like he's wanting to play it a little bit safer than what we've seen in those first 10 laps of tonight's race. Lap number 15 now on the board. 16 when we cross the line. We're clicking them off quick here. Who's going to take that top spot? Let's hear it out there in the chat. Who you got? You can't pick whole teams, though. Patrick, glad you could join us here tonight. Wish you were out there on the track. I'm with Clark over there. Where you at, man? What you doing? You're not supposed to be in the chat. You're supposed to be in the truck. And I don't know, maybe the officials might have a word with Janikin. It looks like he may have a mobile device out there in the truck with him here tonight, able to talk in the chat as well as keep his hands on the wheels at 185 plus miles an hour. Darren Clement still leading this 10-car pack at the front of the field. Zach Miller, Josiah Strauss right there, 11-12. Then you see the big pack right here filled with drivers that had a little bit of trouble early here tonight. Let's go check in on that 28 of Tarnowski. He was involved in that early wreck here tonight. Now that Toyota Tundra relegated towards the tail end of the field. Looks like, doesn't look like he fixed all of the damage. Looked like maybe possibly not utilizing that fast repair just yet. Meanwhile, we'll jump back around the track. Back up around that 18th position. There you can see that in honor 45 of TJ Grover. And we've got some moves at the front. 3 wide once again with Clement in the middle. Gann at the bottom and Cray ripping it on the high side. High, wide, and handsome is that 21 of Todd Cray looking for the race lead. Not quite going to get it. Darren Clement with no friends in the middle, and just as I say that, the 27-21 drop into that middle lane. That's going to open up the door on the high side for the 20 of Robert Lukens to take the line to the high side. And no, Lukens, he's going to stay in line here. Interesting little move there, not wanting to take the momentum, not wanting to take the run just yet. And Lions will stay tucked in line there. You can see right behind him, the 94 down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Lukens up at the high side. And they are switching positions faster than I can keep up with them. Crazy racing action up here at the top of the running order. And just as usual, that accordion effect, that momentum, swing back and forth from high side to low lane, high side to low lane. We're going to see this unfold lap after lap all night long here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway in Admin Box 175. The American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Still double file at the front. Todd Cray shows the way on the high side. Justin Gann, familiar face down there on the bottom of the racetrack. Gann, don't want to call him a restrictor plate ringer because, I mean, as long as you're in a pack, you've got a chance to win here at the restrictor plate races here at the Super Speedway, Talladega Super Speedway, home of race number 6. It's a 10-car breakaway at the front. A little bit of a lonely scenario here for Zach Miller and that Black Rifle Coffee Company number 38, as well as the ASE Tolstica Racing number 6 of a Josiah Strauss there. I don't want to say they're in no man's land because they're still holding on to a sniff of the draft of the pack in front. But it is a long stretch back to Scott Bellum, Jesse Hedges, Bailey Dutton, Andrew Molita. They're all single file here in this second pack. Just as I say that, what do you know, Ford drivers, they're going to prove Dave wrong. They're going to go to the high side. Looks like they may be thinking they're losing a little bit too much ground to those drivers in front. Lap number 21 goes on the board. We've been green flag racing for a solid 11 laps since the drop of the green flag for the restart. So drivers inching close to halfway on fuel. We should see green flag pit stops here in the next, I would say, about 12 laps of wind. We're going to see some of these truck drivers making big moves to get to the bottom of the track. We'll head back up front with race leader Todd Cray still going at it with Justin Gann. Make no bones about it, these ASMR HAUCK Design Truck Series drivers making it look fairly easy here tonight. But it is not easy at all. And as we cross the line to begin lap number 22 this time by, what do you say we mute the mics and go silent for a little turn it up? great camera shots here tonight. A lot of great action shots, not just around the track, but on board with these truck drivers. And just like that, we went from just a single 10-car pack at the front of the field to the entire field now all running within 2 seconds of each other. 27 drivers on the lead lap, and they are all over each other as we cross the line. Lap 24 now on the board. And man, there's so many good trucks out here tonight. So many different drivers that are very skilled at these restrictor plates. Getting the job done here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway, side by side, double file, 3 wide at times, not just at the front, but in the middle of the field. Scott Bellum now looks to the high side. Bellum going to take that 8th position as your pole sitter. Now looks to the high side. Lucas Lyons looks to take the top spot, looks to get that gaming chef machine back to the front of the field. And just like that, the 404 of Dave Gage jumps to the high side. 62 looks like he wants to go. Stephen Ayers Jr. not going to react in time, and he'll stay on the inside lane, sitting back in 5th. There is a big run coming to the high side. Todd Cray better be on his toes. Still side by side at the front of the field. Dave Gage taking that outside lane to the front. Todd Cray gonna have company after he led the outside lane, dropping down to the bottom to lead the inside. And here he comes. Dave Gage noses ahead just a little bit. Will he be able to keep it up front? No, inside lane begins to surge forward once again. Back off of turn number 4, we've got lap traffic ahead of your race leaders. Where they got to go 2 wide right now. Will be 3 wide with the lap machine at the top. Staying to the high side, I do believe that may be the 99 of Nicholas Wing. And yes, it is the 99 of Wing. Going to fall a second lap down now. Running in that 29th position. Wing involved in an early on-track incident. Our only caution flag here tonight coming out at lap number 10. The 99 found himself involved in 1 lap down. Now struggling to keep pace. He finds himself a second lap down, and it's going to be hard pressed for these drivers that are falling these laps down to get their laps back. No stages, no brakes. We're running this thing straight on through, and we've got 3 wide at the front. Once again, the 94 all alone, trying to get it solo at the top of the track. We ain't talking Han here. He's gonna need some Jedi magic. Get up there all by himself on the high side. The gaming chef machine now falls back in line. Gonna look back to the outside again. Side by side with the 11 of Daniel Jensen. And drivers still mixing it up here. Last time they were on pit road, lap number 11. So we're right around that 20 lap mark here. Lap number 18 on this fuel run. This time by will begin. So when will these drivers begin to eyeball pit road? Will we see anybody make the early jump to try to split this field up? A long train of trucks down on the bottom of the racetrack. Everybody pretty much within the draft right now. We've got a handful of drivers that have missed the buck. The 28 of Brian Tarnowski, as well as Larry Poling The 28 and the 69 well off pace. Let's go back. Let's check in. See what happened with these two truck drivers, and they look clean and clear. They're just way off pace here. About 19 seconds back, to be a matter of fact. These two drivers going to struggle to keep themselves on the lead lap if they're not careful. Green flag pit stops are looming in the air. It's just a matter of time before these drivers all have to come to pit road and refuel. We'll see if any of them get tires. Moves happening at the front. Justin Gann goes to the high side and looks for the top spot. Once again, we're upwards of about 10 lead changes already here tonight on the lap number 30 out of the 69 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We halfway home, baby, here at Talladega. Not quite at the halfway point. Yes, I know. Yes, we can do the math, but it's just easier to say halfway. I mean, we're about 39 laps left in tonight's race, so give your boy a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? About 3 to 4 laps will be right at that halfway point, so is what it is. Crossing the line this time by a 3-wide look to the high side. Here comes Justin Gann with a big push from your pole sitter Lucas Lyons to the high side. Those two trucks looking to motor right around, and what a big run, big push out of that 94. That's going to put Gann in a good spot. And will they clear? Gann will clear, the 94 will not, and Gann's going to drop him like a rock. Jumping down into that middle lane very quickly. Now he'll take control of the lead of that outside lane just in front of the 20 of Robert Lukens. So Lyons and Lukens hugged up with each other. Coming off of turn number 4. Oh, and we got a little bit of a Magic Man moment there for Lukens. Oh, the Red Dog Machine to the high side. Almost some trouble there. Magic Man moment almost went wrong. And you can see the long train of trucks on the bottom of the racetrack. It appears that we should see green flag pit stops very shortly. It's very known. It's easy to see that when drivers migrate from 2 and 3 wide racing in a matter of a lap, that green flag pit stops are looming right around the corner. Everybody trying to get single file, get themselves in a position to jump the pit road without being left high and dry on the high side. But the 17 and the 44, they want none of the bottom lane. They'll keep it wound up on the track and looking for the front for the first time here tonight. Chris Woods takes that top spot, and will he jump down in front of the Kitty Coin train on the bottom of the racetrack? No, they'll stay to the high side. That David the Cave turn 3, number 44, looking sweet here tonight. Brinson Hunt with a great push. Gonna get Christopher Woods well and clear of Justin Gann on the bottom of the racetrack. Hunt not able to clear himself, and now the big surge from the bottom lane coming back once again. Still side by side racing on the high side. The 17 of Christopher Woods looking to keep it up at the front of the field. He ain't worried about making that pit stop just yet. Now your 2 trucks on the high side will clear. And the 44 of Hunt will migrate to the bottom of the racetrack. That's going to leave, I believe, oh, in trouble. We got trucks with trouble. Oh my gosh, can we get the camera? Can we get the camera on it? 44 with some issues. We stay green flag racing as everybody hits the pit road. Oh boy. trouble coming to pit road. Will that cost drivers time on track? I don't know how they stayed out of trouble. The 71 had a big time moment. Clark Janikin gonna stay in line with Woods right here. These two drivers will stay out. Brendan Carroll, Ed HAUCK, Patrick Coro, Ben Bryant, Josh Douglas, and Brinson Hunt all staying out on track in that 44. He kind of had no choice after big time trouble coming to pit lane. Oh boy. Already down and away, service done for that 30 Ford F-150 Kitty Cat coin machine of Justin Gannon. We've got drivers breaking to pit road this time around. 27 of Clark Janik, and he's going to come to pit road as Woods stays out, and he is all alone. Christopher Woods all alone leading tonight's race. There you can see him. And man, he's going to lose a ton of time here. He's going to have to hope that he can blend with some drivers when he gets it going and back up to speed, but he is all alone for this entire lap, losing a lot of track time right now to drivers grouped up, bunched up, running with each other after their green flag pit stop. Looks like Justin Gann and Todd Cray, they are coming in a hurry. The only two able to stay with each other through their green flag pit stop in the front of the field. Gann and Cray, very familiar with running with each other. They are closing in quickly. Now back to second and third is Gann and Cray. Woods losing a ton of time here as he is coasting to pit lane. Christopher Woods out of fuel. Not only did he lose the draft, lose the pack, he ran out of gas, and man, he better hope he does not slide through the box. And we got trouble. We got trouble on the track. Caution. Caution flag will fly. Scott Bellum with issues in the corner. And the one of Bellum smoking now as... Man, did that come at a bad time for Christopher Woods. He needed that about 30 seconds sooner, and he would have kept control of the race lead. But nonetheless, things happen. That's how it goes down sometimes. But let's go check the replay. Let's see what happened with this. Oh, wow. Up on his lid, and that is never good. Looks like the 404 of Dave Gage also involved in this one. Let's go back one more time. Let's see if we can check this replay and see what happened to the 404. There you can see Gone up involved, a little bit of contact with the 94. The 404 goes around. The one of Bellum goes around. We've got a handful of drivers with trouble after our first round of green flag pit stops, so we'll rejoin the field. Back at the front, Justin Gann. Will he need to come to pit road? He was just down to pit lane about 3 laps ago. I don't know that 3 laps is going to make that big of a difference. It looks like about 25 laps or so on the fuel. So if our calculations are correct, even with this caution here, it's going to be tough to make it on fuel from this point on. And it looks like Todd Craig, Clark Janikin, Lucas Lyons, Strauss, Hedges, Dutton, Grober, Gage, Goro, HAUCK, Ayers, Miller, and Molina all electing to come to pit road. It's going to be a shorter list on drivers who stayed out. Justin Gann, Daniel Jensen, Chris Woods all stay out. And we said it couldn't come at a worse time. But how about that? Christopher Woods able to parlay his strategy into a 3rd place position for this latest restart. So what looked like bad timing for that 17 after running out of gas, running out of fuel, and coming to take his green flag pit stop. Looked like he was going to give up a ton of time. And fortunately enough for that crew, everybody having to slow down a little bit and jump out of the gas, and that's going to afford him a few positions here tonight. He's got some of the most fuel. I mean, even Todd Cray and Janik and all those drivers that elected to come down pit lane under this caution, just one lap more fuel. And I mean, one lap, it could be a lot. Yeah, I mean, you take that 17 and what he was doing just moments ago, and if he had one more lap of fuel, he may find himself inside of the top 2 for the restart. Second caution flag will fly here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway in the admin box, a 175 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Handful of drivers caught up and involved in this second one. A handful of drivers caught up and involved in our first one. We have still got all 30 drivers out on the track. Everybody's still running here tonight, just a handful off of the lead lap, and it looks like Darren Clement will be the next victim to fall multiple laps down. Dave Gage lurking in that trouble spot back in 25th. Down 10 positions from where he qualified. The 404 caught up and involved in our latest on-track incident. See if he can't turn the rest of his night around. Jesse Hedges and TJ Grover at down pit lane. They'll top off with fuel and see if they can't make a stretch to the end. And I think it's going to be a stretch. I mean, 30 laps right now, this time by. Man, I don't know. They're going to need help from cautions in order to make it. But if we get another caution and anybody pits, they're going to have enough fuel to get to the end. So another caution flag pretty much does away with the fuel strategy. We'll have to see how these drivers go about this, because they are just on the outside of that fuel window, about 3 to 4 laps short. Will we see drivers hanging out in the back saving some fuel? Or will it be a quick splash and go to get to the checkered flag for a handful of these truck drivers? We'll have to wait and see how it all goes down. Closing in on the halfway point, or just past the halfway point, we should say, here in the admin box 175, 69 laps here at Talladega Super Speedway. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Let them know you enjoy the content and all the great racing action brought to you week in, week out, right here each and every Monday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up, of course. As always, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. We've already said it, so drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Want to give a big shout out to cousin Jess out there on the chat, coming in week after week, race after race, supporting Todd Craig. Good to see you out there in the chat, Jess. Hope you're having a good time watching tonight's Super Speedway action. And we're going to get ready to drop the hammer once again. Drivers make their way through the tri-oval to the start-finish line. And into the Geico restart box we go, and green flag flies as Justin Gann hits the pedal and goes through the gears. Big run by the 11 Snake River Racing machine on the outside. That Toyota Tundra looked like it may have had a chance to get to the front, but gonna miss out on the opportunity. The 3 cars on the high side will drop back just a little bit. And looking to the middle, though, Todd Craig peeking that 21 truck to the middle of the track. Looking like he may have thought about taking it 3 wide there a handful of times. Bailey Dutton, that U.S. Auto Sales Tundra running well here tonight. Big recovery for Dutton. He was back in traffic, mired back in traffic pretty much all race. And here we go with just about 30 laps remaining. Dutton not just inside the top 10, he's inside the top 5, up 21 positions from where he started tonight's race. What a great run for that 26. And oh, we got trouble. We got trouble on the track, and it looks like Daniel Jensen has some issues. He's going to go for a ride at the tail end of the front stretch through the tri-oval, and he'll rejoin the track. Will it be clear? Yes, it will. The 4 with an evasive move. The 6 machine moving up the track and out of the way. Josiah Strauss will make the run by, but some big time trouble now for that 11 of Jensen. He may get popped by the pit road police for that one. Looked like he may have crossed that pit road line. We'll have to wait to see what race control and the admins do with that one. We do believe that will be a black flag for unsafe pit entrance or speeding at pit road. We're not quite sure what it may end up being. It may be it. Deemed a racing incident, may be cleared. We'll have to wait to see over the next few laps. If he doesn't head to pit road, then we know they said all good, no worries. You lost some spots, that's good enough. No penalty for you. You didn't go down there on purpose or under your own will. But speaking of wills, willing his way and wheeling his way to the front. Check this run out by Bailey Dutton. He's looking for the top spot. Side by side with the 17 for third place. Dutton looking to utilize a run on the high side. The 44 of Brinson Hunt involved with that on-track incident coming to pit road. We didn't see a caution flag fly for that incident, but Hunt was involved. Hunt was right there, and it could have ended up bad for that 44. Luckily for us, luckily for me, on the front of that machine, on the hood of the truck. I'm still just as pretty on the truck as I am in real life. No, just kidding, just kidding. Look at, I mean, you come on. It says, I'm as pretty on the front as that dog on the hood right behind us. The red dog, number 20 of Robert Lukens. With some good runs, good pushing here tonight out of that 20 machine. He's going to be a factor before we get to the end. And 3 wide at the front of this field one more time. 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Battling for the top spot for the time being. Todd Craig clear of this 3 wide battle, and that's going to bring the rest of the field right along. Side by side back behind this 3 row, 3 wide. Yeah, that is... If that doesn't look like a cloud of monkeys from The Wizard of Oz, I don't know what is, man. Look at them just swarming all over the track. Hungry pack of Hornets here. 3 wide for second as Gann leads the charge in the middle, and Bailey Dutton has done it. He has gained 25 spots, and he has put himself at the front of the field. How long will he be able to stay out there? It looks like he's comfortable leading that middle lane. Will he drop down to the bottom, try to cover up the run by the 21 of Todd Cray? Not going to be able to make the move fast enough, and Cray will surge to the front. Looks like Hunt may have got left out for a moment there. He's going to slot back in line. Third truck on the high side. Now, ain't no tiptoeing through the tulips here tonight for these truck drivers in the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Right here in the admin box, a 175 live coming at you right here from Talladega Super Speedway. You think the party's just on Talladega Boulevard? You better think again. Hot and heavy, high-speed action on the high banks here at Talladega Super Speedway. And yet another lead change as now Gann looks to get back to the front, reclaim that race lead. The Kitty Cat Coin stable of drivers, they have been at the front. They have been consistent. They have been constant. Up inside of the top 3, top 5 all night long. Ooh, little bit of a wiggle there by, I believe that was the 66 of Andrew Melita. Yes, it was the Toyota Tundra driver. Melita with a little bit of trouble. He'll have a big wiggle, and he'll head down to the bottom of the racetrack. We stay green flag racing with less than 25 to go. My gosh. It's almost like if you've seen the movie Perfect Storm, or maybe you've seen the movie Twister. Twister, beautiful, great movie back in the day. I say back in the day, back in the 90s. You're looking out and you can just see it. You can see it off in the distance. You can see the trouble that's brewing out there. And as we look down at the track at these drivers mixing it up lap after lap, side by side, side drafting, bump drafting down the backstretch, 185 plus miles an hour at any given time. I'm telling you, the big one is brewing. We ain't seen it yet, but you had better hold on to your hats, Alice, because we're going to see some fireworks here tonight. It ain't the 4th of July yet, but it's about to go down here tonight at Tallow. Oh, boy, and there you go. Trouble on track. Lucas Lyons goes for a big ride. How did he not destroy the truck after a big slide through the front stretch? Wow. Don't know how the Gaming Chef 94 was able to keep that thing clean after the landscaping excursion, but somehow he was able to do so. Maybe just trying to pick up some greens for a pot of soup a little bit later. We'll have to see what the rest of the night holds for the Gaming Chef 94 Chevy Silverado, piloted by your pole sitter Lucas Lyons. Meanwhile, back in the front, everything is still, I don't want to call it shaky, I don't want to call it iffy, but I don't know about it either. 2, 3 wide trucks making big moves through the field. 21 laps remain. Lap number 49 goes on the board this time by 69 laps in tonight's admin box. 175. Drivers looking a little hairy out there. Oh my goodness. 3 wide for, I believe that's 4th, 5th, and 6th on the track. As a 20 of Lukens stuck to the high side, almost into that outside wall. And does anybody come to pit road? Does anybody come to pit road? Brian Tarnowski back in that 28 machine, sitting in 18th right now. He was last to pit road on lap number 38. He is the closest one from being closest one to, oh, in trouble! The 62 into the 17, and we got the big one. Oh my. Wow, big time trouble now when you see nothing but smoke on the backstretch. Lucas Lyons involved. The 69 of Larry Poling involved. I believe Jesse Hedges involved, and we got a driver on his lid. Oh my gosh. Wow, big time trouble, big time crash here with 20 laps remaining. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's go check on Todd Cray. Oh, wow. And Cray just along for the ride up there, giving his best Tony Hawk impression, trying to grind the railing. And he's going to grind the hood a little bit here. Big time trouble after that mix-up. Let's go see if we got a different vantage point. Let's go see if we can get a better look about what happened on board here with Larry Poling. There you can see that 69 turn 3 sponsored Ford F-150, bottom of the racetrack, trying to avoid the trouble. He's going to catch a piece of that 94. And oh my gosh, hard impact. Hard impact into the inside wall. We'll take one more look at it here. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened here with, I believe, that 44. He was involved, caught up. Let's see Brinson Hunt's vantage point from inside the cockpit. Oh, there it is, just right to the outside wall. And whoa. Whoa. It's like riding bumper cars at the county fair at this point in time, not under power, but just along for the ride. And we will rejoin the race back at the front with Justin Gann as fuel mileage. Cross that out the book. That bag's done and over with. Everybody gonna head to pit road this time by, whether you were involved or not. You'll have enough fuel to get to the end now, and we're gonna take ourselves a short second commercial break here tonight from Talladega Superspeedway. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Admin Box 175 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
We rejoined the coverage here tonight of the Admin Box 175 American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series live at Talladega Superspeedway. 69 laps was the official scheduled distance. We've got just 17 to go here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. Chevy Silverado pace truck back off track, back out of the way, and we will get set to fire things off. Up high overhead camera shots here provided by the Turn 3 drone cam operators. We've got 3 of them out there with us tonight, and we are ready to fire things off with 16 laps to go. Green flag flies as Justin Gann nails the gas, and away we go. Back across the start-finish line, 16 remain. Big move by Dutton to bail from the high side down to second truck on the inside lane. Will he stay with Gann? Looks like he will stay with Justin Gann, and a great job by our drone cam operator to stay right here with him. Big run now on the outside, the 38 of Zach Miller looking to lead that outside lane back to the front of this field. We'll jump back a little closer to the racing action, and we'll drop that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you check out where your favorite driver is. 3 wide in the tail end of this pack. 3 wide in the middle of the pack. We got crazy action all over the place. Look at that big hornet's nest in the background brewing. Josh Douglas, Clark Janikin making a move to the front. Here comes Stephen Ayers Jr. back to a top 10 position. Will he go 3 wide? Will he duck in line? Looks like he'll stay on that high side. It looked like he possibly wanted to duck in line, but the help was not clear. The 94 was not able to slot down there in line, so we'll stay 3 wide for a moment. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Zach Miller leading that middle lane, and here comes the Kitty Cat Coin train of cars on the high side. Stephen Ayers Jr. looking for the top spot. And we got trouble in the back. The 71's going to go around, and that's going to put us under caution once again here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. 4th caution of the night will fly here on lap number 50. Just a handful of laps remaining, or I apologize, race fans, lap number 56. We see the caution flag fly once again. We do apologize, a little bit distracted here tonight with some of those bots out there in the chat, but we'll get them taken care of without a shadow of a doubt. On top of everything here in the booth in tonight's 69 lap main event from Talladega Super Speedway, the Kitty Cat Coin train of trucks. They have been the ones to watch out for. If you let them get nose to tail, we've seen them drive straight to the front. We've seen them gang up on the other trucks here tonight. Will we see a non-Kitty Cat Coin driver in victory lane? I don't know. There's so many of them out there on the track. A big stable of drivers. A lot of talent involved with that Kitty Cat Coin sponsorship on a handful of the trucks. I believe it's about 6 to 8 of them out there on track in total. I mean, drivers, they're friends for now. You know, plate racing, we've seen it in the past. Your friends are your friends until they ain't your friends no more at the end of the race. I bet you with 1, maybe even 2 to go. It doesn't matter if you're sporting that Kitty Cat Coin sponsorship on the side of your truck. I think you're going to throw caution to the wind because you got to walk away with a race win. Only 3 race winners so far this season. Clark Janikin with 3 wins in his back pocket. Nick Perlow with 1 win. And Jesse Hedges with 1 win in his back pocket as well. There you can see the 94 machine getting himself back on the lead lap. Lucas Lyons, your pole sitter here tonight in the admin box. 175. Trouble involved in an on-track incident. Got off of the lead lap. Needed a quick caution to give himself a shot, or at least a fighting chance at the end of tonight's race, and he gets it right when he needs it. We should have about 11 laps to go when we drop the hammer once again here from Talladega Super Speedway. Looks like a handful of drivers caught up and caught out here with this latest on-track incident. Robert Lukens, Dylan Ussery, Scott Thomas, Ben Bryant, Larry Poling, all still down on pit road trying to fix up their machines. All may end up multiple laps down here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. And what about that man right there? Man on screen, front and center, getting the job done. Stephen Ayers Jr. out of Chesterfield, Virginia. Sporting the Jedi Prince photo booth, Ayers Eye Racing paints, Kitty Cat Coin 62, Ford F-150. And Stephen Ayers Jr. with a great qualifying effort here tonight. Qualified inside of your top 10. Sitting inside of your top 3 now with less than 15 to go. You better watch out. That 62 might just sneak his way into victory lane. Got to give a big shout out to this man right here. How about that 66 of Andrew Molina? Molina with a fine run here tonight. The 66 there, you can see him 4th, 5th truck for the restart. Right now, looks like he'll start 3rd truck inside lane. And that Toyota Tundra driver, he has been fast and in the front after gaining 24 positions here tonight. The Rayovac number 66 of Molina looks to break into a podium position and looks to walk away with some big-time points in tonight's admin box of 175. Chevy Silverado pace car lights go out, and we will get set to double them up once again. We're going to re-rack them, re-stack them, and rerun them here for the final 11 laps at Talladega Super Speedway. Will these drivers see a caution flag fly again? Not to be the pessimistic type, but it is Talladega Super Speedway. There is a race win on the line. There is an opportunity for a lot of new faces to hit victory lane. Everybody inside of your top 6. They have yet to go to victory lane, so there's going to be a lot of very hungry drivers in the final few laps of tonight's race here at Talladega Super Speedway. And I think the blocks are coming. We haven't seen a lot of blocking throughout tonight's race. There's been a lot of big runs and a lot of the leaders really letting those runs play out. They haven't really tried to put a stop to them, but here in the final few laps, you can't just roll over and let it happen. You gotta do something to keep yourself at the front. How hard do you block here with 11 laps to go when we cross the line this time by and get it fired back off? If you're Stephen Ayers Jr., what do you do? Do you try to stay on that high side? Do you try to keep yourself in the middle of the track and out of that inside lane? Because once you get trapped down there and you get 2 or 3 wide, you got nowhere to go. You can't make a move to get to the front. You're just stuck and you're hoping not to be in it. So there's a lot on the line. There's a lot to question with only 12 laps to go. Whew, I'm glad I'm not on the pit box. I'm glad I'm not in the spotter stand because it's about to go down. Business definitely going to pick up as drivers hit the Geico restart line, and green flag flies once again here from Talladega Super Speedway. Justin Gann off to a good start. Oh, looks like losing his help is Stephen Ayers Jr. Oh, 3 wide, and we got contact. In trouble. Big trouble. Zach Miller involved. The 28 involved. This, oh. It looked like the 17 of Christopher Woods was involved in this one as well. And yes, indeed, that's going to bring the caution flag back out again. My goodness, trouble here. Very quick caution gonna fly. Let's go back. Let's check our latest replay. Wow, that's a tough look. The 44 missing this one, but the 28 nowhere to go. Caught up, involved in our latest on-track incident. That's gonna be caution number 5 now as we head back to the front of the field. I'm going to catch back up to the iRacing pace car. We're going to click off a handful of laps here under caution, and we should see just about maybe 8 laps remaining in tonight's race when we drop the hammer once again. So I tell you what, while we've got a chance, while we've got an opportunity, we don't want to neglect the season points. We don't want to let you race fans forget about where your favorite drivers are sitting. Got a little bit over our heads and a little bit preoccupied here tonight, but let's go ahead and get rid of that running order and let's drop down your point standings coming into tonight's race. 5 points paying race in the bag, 5 points paying races laying in front of these ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series drivers, and there you can see Clark Janikin leading the points championship, but just by a narrow margin. Only a 5-point lead for Janikin over Jesse Clark. Darren Clement right there, 10 points back, running in third. Bailey Dutton, Mr. Consistency himself right there. Hasn't been to victory lane, but look at him inside your top 5 in that 4th position, just 21 points out of your race, out of your points lead. Eric Nowitzki right there rounding out the top 5. How about Todd Cray and Nick Burlow? Right there, all over each other, 9th and 10th in the point standings. Ryan Decker not here tonight, so he's going to fall through this point standings just a little bit. Justin Gann with a fine run so far. Can Gann capitalize and walk away with maybe race winning points and catapult himself not just inside of the top 10, but possibly knocking on the door of a top 5 after tonight's points are all tallied up? How about the Tolstica Racing 38 Black Rifle Coffee Company machine of Zach Miller, as we got one driver getting his lucky dog back very quickly here. Zach Miller with a good run tonight, sitting 17th in the overall point standings, a little bit behind the 8 ball, but he's going to look to make it inside of the top 15 with a fine run here tonight. And that's going to be your points championship breakdown. 5 races in the bag. We've got 5 more before we head into the championship. We got ourselves a big run here coming up over the next handful of weeks. Next week we will hit California Speedway. That's right, Auto Club coming at you next. And then a little bit of a change of pace. We will have ourselves an on-points race after that. The All-Star Race. Mark it down on your calendar, or I tell you what, even better. You don't need a calendar. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, smash the bell. You'll get that fancy little nice notification 30 minutes before we go live each and every time here on Monday nights with the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series, and you'll find yourself ready to watch some great racing action when we hit the track for All-Star Week in just 2 very, very short weeks. And, you know, we would be a little bit remiss if we didn't mention our newest sponsor here to the series, Admin Box, created by iRacers for iRacers. Race control, admin, in pit control. Button boxes are their thing if you're looking for pre-programmed buttons that you don't have to worry about setting up the hotkeys and going through the trouble of mapping the whole thing out. Look no further than adminbox.com. That's ADMINBOXX.com. Adminbox.com. Well, race fans, we said 8 laps to go. We'll have 7 when we drop the green flag. Once again, will we see another quick caution here tonight? Will we need a green, white, checkered to determine tonight's race winner? Things get a little bit messy at the end for a handful of these truck drivers. It looks like the 28 of Brian Tarnowski, he's going to be left back on pit lane. Dylan Ussery, Ben Bryant, Larry Poling, all still on pit lane trying to fix up their machines. We have had our first retirement of the night. The number 24 Red Dog. You know what? Rewind. And record. The number 20 Red Dog Ford F-150 of Robert Lukens is your first driver out of tonight's race. Not sitting in that last place, though. He's going to finish ahead of a handful of drivers here, but Lukens, after a great run inside of the top 10 pretty much all night long, inside of the top 5 for the majority of the race, trouble late, catches that 20 out and he'll finish outside of your top 25. And well, here we go. It's time. All take, no give. The friendship's gonna go out the windows. The teammates, we'll talk about it on Tuesday. But it's time to go get a checkered flag. Justin Gann elects to take the high side. Bailey Dutton just to his inside. Stephen Ayers Jr. and Andrew Melita back in row 2. Row number 3 is Josiah Strauss and Clark Janikin. Drivers make their way to the Geico restart box and on the gas. Green flag flies as Gann pulls away. Gann gonna clear before they hit the end of pit road and before they cross the start and finish line. Both of those kitty cat coin machines gonna drop from the high side down to the bottom of the racetrack and in front of that 26 of Bailey Dutton. Nothing Dutton could do about it, but how about the great run there by Josiah Strauss? Sitting in 4th position, and he's got a, there it is, there's the move from the bottom to the high side. He's seen the momentum coming, he's seen the run that Janikin had, and here comes those blocks. Big block by Justin Gann. Oh my gosh, that almost got pretty hairy out there. Go ahead and drop that Tommy, and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Looks like one driver hung out to dry on the high side. That very well may be the 11 of Daniel Jensen, in a hard side draft there by Jensen. Almost contact with that 7 of Ed HAUCK. How about Ed HAUCK? Where'd he come from? Haven't seen hide nor hair of him for most of tonight's race, and here it is with just 6 laps remaining. That 7 truck, second truck in line, middle lane, looking for the front, trying to find a race lead for the first time here tonight. You don't have to lead them all, you only gotta lead one, and you don't even have to do that until that final one. Oh, we got trouble! Darren Clement. The 33's involved. Oh my gosh, Dave Gage. Won it at the end. Doesn't look like, oh my gosh, handful of drivers here, and it looks like we will find ourselves under an official green-white checkered. I tell you what, let's go back one more time here. Check this replay. Then you can see contact with the outside wall. Clement into HAUCK, and then all sorts of trouble. Man. 44 Brinson Hunt caught up involved in this one. Let's take one more look at it. You can see the 33 trying to avoid it. He's going to get caught up. Contact from the 44 after he's trying to avoid the big melee. Mishap, chaos on the track. Whew. That's going to catch a handful of drivers out, and we'll head back to the front. How about this man right here? That ASE certified Halter wheel snap-on number 6 Tolstico Racing Chevy Silverado leads the field for the first time here tonight, trying to make the boss man proud in the race control room just down the hall. Showing out for the boss man here tonight. Showing up, showing out. 69 laps, just about done with here tonight. Who's going to walk away looking a little slicker with the checkered flag? And I mean, I want to say big question, does anybody come to pit road? But I think you might see a handful of drivers that were caught up in this incident. You may see a handful of them head to pit road. but I think you got what you got at this point in time. I don't think anybody without damage is going to be willing to give up the track position and have to work that much harder to get back to the front of the field. I think you pretty much got what you got from this point on. Hopefully, if you've got some damage, it's not significant enough to keep you from leading a lane, because there's going to be a long line of trucks here that you're going to have to get by. I mean, the 7 of Ed HAUCK, he was caught up and involved in this latest on-track incident to bring our 6th caution of the night out. But even HAUCK, he's going to stay out there on the track. He's willing to risk it for the biscuit, look to try to gain a handful of points here. And man, I can't blame the crew chiefs, nor the drivers for that move. I mean, it's down to the final few laps. We're going to have ourselves a green-white checkered finish here. So you might as well just keep yourself a little bit in front of the rest of the field. Yeah, we're going to restart this thing double file, and you've got the opportunity to really mess it up on the restart, whether you spin the tires, get a little bit loose, maybe you don't get on the gas quick enough, and you're gonna I'm not saying gonna allow, but a gap in front of you is gonna happen because of the just miscue, and you're gonna give up a handful of positions. So very tough for these drivers on these older tires, but only a handful coming to pit road were not involved when that on-track incident. You got to go all the way back to it, I believe 13th, 14th position. Zach Miller and Josh Douglas, those two drivers, first drivers off of pit lane with fresh tires. Yes, it's going to be a hard-fought battle for them to get their way up through the field, but they're going to give it all they got, I can guarantee you that. And I don't think we've seen the final caution flag fly. Man, a great run here tonight for Josiah Strauss. He finds himself leading the race. He's got Justin Gann just to his outside. Gann, one of those tough competitors all night long. Clark Janikin, he's found a way inside the top 5 and found a way into third. He'll start second truck inside lane. And Strauss, I mean, he's had a great run, but I don't know if I want to be leading either of these lanes here coming to this green-white checkered. I would like to be, maybe, if I had my choice, I'd like to be that 26 truck. Third truck in line, outside lane, with an opportunity to fill the middle or jump to the high side to make it 3 wide. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be on the bottom. I don't want to be boxed in. I want to be able to go where I want to go when I feel I need to go, and hopefully somebody goes with me. We'll see if any of these drivers are anxious. We'll see if any of them wait to the final lap, or if they're ready to roll 3, maybe even 4 wide here at Talladega. Chevy Silverado pace car down and away for what could be the final time of the night. We'll roll into the Geico restart box once again, and Strauss nails the gas. You don't want to get too far out front, though. And he's going to pull right on away. That is, I don't know if I like that strategy with popsicle sticks on display. We got to stay clean and green for just one lap. And that's what Strauss is praying for right now. Guys, let's keep this thing clean. Let's get this white flag in. And I won't have to protect as long, but he's not going to be able to protect long enough. And we got to move to the inside. While they're blocking the middle, we got to move to the inside. And Clark Janikin almost took the nose off of the 66. There goes Stephen Ayers Jr. We got trouble once again. It stays off of the track, so we're going to stay clean and green to the end here tonight. Oh, and there's the caution. Caution will fly as more drivers pile into this one. Our latest caution flag coming out on the lap number 68, so that's going to move us into overtime here tonight at Talladega Superspeedway. Big time trouble there for a handful of drivers. Stephen Ayers Jr., one of the drivers caught up and involved in this one, and I tell you what, let's go back. Let's check the replay. Oh, there you can see the 71. He gets turned. Stephen Ayers Jr. right there trying to avoid everything. And there was more trouble just before that one. Oh, there's almost trouble checking up for the pace car. Wow. So it looked to be a little bit worse than what it was. Caution flag will fly for the 7th time here tonight. We will have ourselves an official attempt at a green-white checkered here from Talladega Superspeedway. Dutton not getting his wishes, not seeing it stay green flag. We were just a handful of feet away from crossing the line with one lap to go, but we will restack them one more time. And while we find ourselves just a little bit of time, what do you say we do it one final time? Let's break for a brief sponsor commercial. We'll be back trackside with all your green flag action with the run to the end here tonight in the admin box 175. You're watching the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series live from Talladega Superspeedway. And back live trackside as drivers get double file once again, ready to fire things back off and look at your front row. Lucas Lyons and that Gaming Chef 94 went from one lap down with an outside chance to get back on the lead lap and have a chance for the race win. And here we go with a green-white checkered laying at our doorstep. Lyons with a shot to finish right where he started. We'll see if that 94 can get to the race lead by the time we finish tonight's race. Clark Janikin looking for race win number 4. He'll start from inside row number 1, back in row 2, Dutton and Strauss, Coro and Bellum. How about these two cats kicking up some dust here tonight? The admin box sponsored machine to the inside of Scott Bellum. Coro looking to have a fine run and finish out tonight's race with a possible podium position. The Black Rifle Coffee Company 38 of Zach Miller will line up 7th for the restart. Josh Douglas back in 8th. Vernon Broadbeck and Brandon Carroll round out your top 10 for this latest restart, and we're going to be ready to fire it off once again here in just a moment. The Chevy Silverado pace car lights already off and already off the track. We will turn it over to your race leader, the 27 Kitty Cat Coin Toyota Tundra of Clark Janikin, bringing the field back to the Geico restart box. And here we go. Green flag will fly once again here from Talladega Super Speedway. We're back underway. Big time action at the front of the field. We got one truck very slow off the pace down there on the bottom of the racetrack, but we'll stay side by side through 1 and 2. Your top 4 positions all mixing it up right now. Double file for your top 6. Big run coming here from that number 3 machine. Can Josh Douglas get up there and mix it up? And here comes a big push from Strauss on the tail end of Lyons, and Lyons will reclaim the race lead. Lucas Lyons will reclaim the race lead and drop right down to the bottom of the racetrack. 45 with a big run all by himself on the high side, trying to make some moves. Will the 6 of Strauss take a look to the high side and try to steal that momentum side by side through 4 and now through the tri-oval, coming to the white flag. White flag flies. Final lap here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. 69 laps was not enough. These drivers continue to mix it up. Strauss trying to get there, and Lyons trying to keep that 27 tucked in line right behind him, trying to keep him out of victory lane for a 4th time, and it doesn't look. Oh, and a big move. Big move to the high side. The 94 goes to block the 6. Big move now. There's trouble on the track. Half of the field wrecking on the back stretch. Big time trouble, big time melee. Let's stay up front with the action though. Clark Janikin still leads the race, but Bailey Dutton right there in second. Big run by the 94, big blocking contact. Josiah Strauss goes for a ride. And nobody going to be able to get there. Looks like Clark Janikin may have it 3 wide at the line, and Janikin crosses the line first. Bailey Dutton going to go for a spin. At the end of tonight's race, the U.S. Auto Sales 26 crosses the line in second. Lucas Lyons comes up just a little bit short here tonight. He'll parlay his pole position into a podium position and walk away third, but here he is once again, still hammer down on the throttle. That 27 of Clark Janikin. When it's time to go, when it's the witching hour, you can never count this 27 out. He finds a way to be at the front of the field week in, week out, and he'll walk away with his fourth race win. He's going to enjoy a little bit of post-race celebrations, skiing through the tri-oval on the front stretch. He'll slam on the brakes and give the fans in the stands a little bit of a smoke show. We'll get a little closer to the action. Man, what a run, what a night, what a race here from Talladega Super Speedway, the admin box. 175 right here for the American Sim Motor Racing HAUCK Designs Truck Series. And as Janikin gives the fans in the stands what they came to see, a post-race smoke show celebration on track. We will set things up for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Wow, wow, wow. What a finish to a crazy race here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway in the admin box 175. We've seen a lot of lead changes. We've seen a lot of carnage. And we've seen some trouble on the final lap here tonight. But first, let's head to some of our podium finishers here from Talladega. Let's see if we can't dial up your pole sitter here tonight. Let's see if we can't talk to the driver inside of that 94 Chevy Silverado. Lucas, it's Dave. You got us? Hey, my man. How you doing out there? How you feeling after, number one, snatching the pole position here tonight, but also backing that up with a podium finish as well?
Well, Well, getting pole was kind of a shocker to me because that's only my second pole I've ever gotten. And getting third, it was kind of a miracle because my VR died on like lap 12. So I had to race in a monitor, and I haven't raced in a monitor in about a year. So getting third place is really nice, and it's a really nice change of pace.
Absolutely, my man. Well, we've had some little bit of crazy races as of late. Is what I'll chalk it up to. I mean, we were on the dirt track last week at Bristol Motor Speedway. Then we head into a restrictor plate race. Now that we're heading back to a quote-unquote normal racetrack, heading to Auto Club next week, what do you think we can expect out of this, out of you and the 94 crew to back up tonight's great performance?
I really hope we can get the 94 back up front. I made a mistake this race. I could have had it. I thought Clark was going to go up high, so I was too paranoid to stay on the bottom. So I went ahead and went up there, and it cost me a win. So hopefully, at Auto Club, I can beat Clark finally.
Well, Lucas, it was a pleasure watching you mix things up out there tonight. Sorry to hear about the electrical issues, but fortunately enough for you, you got them all figured out and worked out before the end of tonight's race, walking away third here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. So before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
First off, I want to thank Gaming Chef, a really great guy, Voices Designs, everybody at ECE, Swift, Team Voices, everybody, and I want to thank Clark for actually bringing me on this league.
Well, Lucas, again, it's been a pleasure watching you here tonight, and we'll hope that we can catch up with you at Auto Club next week, or who knows, we may be talking again here in 2 weeks when we head into the All-Star event.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, well, there you have it. Final parting words from the driver inside of that Gaming Chef 94 machine. Lucas Lyons walks away with a pole, but cannot finish in the top spot, parlays it into a third place podium finish. So job well done. He'll jump up in the point standings just a little bit. The 94 walks away in third. And that's going to move us right along, right on up the list. Let's see if we can't dial up and looks like I don't interesting indeed. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and throw that up for the rest of the post-race interviews. Not quite sure what happened there, but nonetheless, and it looks like we've got everything fixed. So yeah, anyways, we'll roll right on along. Let's see if we can dial up the driver inside of that 26 machine, walking away with second here tonight. Bailey, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, my man. How you doing? How you feeling after a solid run here tonight? Gaining 24 positions. Yes, it's a plate race, and gaining positions is kind of, I don't want to call it easy, but it's kind of easy.
It's methodical.
There you go, methodical. I like that one. See, can I use you as my writer? I need one of those guys.
That might be the only good word I got coming out of it.
Well, man, a great run up through the field. How'd you get there, and how'd you keep it there?
Man, I just played it patient early in the race, and then, kind of let the race come to me and not force any issues, and just try to buy my time until it was time to go.
Well, you led a couple of laps here tonight after a solid finish at a restrictor plate race. Do you think that you can carry this momentum over into next week when we head to Auto Club?
Man, I sure hope so. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, both of them very big tracks, very different racing at those tracks, but very big tracks. So a hometown track, if I'm not mistaken, or home state, let's call it. So we'll still call it a hometown.
That state is not correct. I don't even know how it got there. I'm from Georgia, so it's not a hometown. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried to get it fixed, but
see, Bailey, we need you as the writer, man. I'm over here with bad information and stuff, man. Yeah. Killing me, kid.
That one's on me.
Well, sometimes iRacing is iRacing is iRacing. We'll just leave it at that sometimes. You know how it goes. But
Right,
Bailey, congratulations again on a great finish here tonight. It should give your point standings quite a bit of a boost in the arm. So before we let you go here tonight and enjoy the podium finish, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, again, my team. I don't think this was definitely a team effort. So everybody on the team, we spent some time practicing, trying to get down our fuels, our fuel strategy, and all that good stuff. So just thanks to them, and maybe we'll have some good luck at the next one.
All right, my man. Well, we're gonna do some magic voodoo for you. We hope we get to talk to you again soon here, and maybe by then we'll have all our information correct. Maybe we'll hire you by then. Not sure. No, but all jokes aside, my man. Congratulations on a great run here tonight at Talladega, and we'll see if we can talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, Dave.
All right, there you go. Cutting it up a little bit with my good buddy Bailey Dutton. The 26 machine walks away in second here tonight in iRacing. You heard the man fix his stuff. The Georgia native, not from California, Dutton, looking to carry the momentum from tonight's race over into next week at California Speedway. We'll see if the 26 can back up this second place performance with yet another podium, and that will bring us right on along to, well, the man that walked away with his fourth race win of the season. You know him by name, you know him by the paint scheme. Let's see if we can talk to the Kitty Cat Coin King himself, Clark Janikin. Man, it's a fourth race win. When are you going to stop?
Man, I don't know. The last two have been gifted to me, so at this rate, I don't think I can. Man, I was just trying to put myself in a good position there to come out here in the top five. I wasn't trying to win, didn't want to be a hero, but sometimes they just fall right in your lap, and that's a huge part of racing is putting yourself in those positions, knowing when to push, when not to. Luck's huge. It's been on my side for the most part this season. So I won't complain. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, last week at Bristol Motor Speedway, the dirt track, Bristol Motor Speedway, we talked about sometimes drivers having those horseshoes, and I don't know, man, you may have a couple of them things inside that truck.
More than I thought I had, that's for sure.
You got your own Kentucky Derby, I do believe. Not just joking. All jokes aside, my man, you got to be there to win it at the end, and you put yourself in the right positions at the right times. Walk us through what went through your mind on that final lap.
Yeah, man, like I said, I was just planning this. I was just going to stick on the bottom and make sure I finish this thing. The 33 and the 32 had trouble, and I'm racing them for the points lead, so I was just going to be smart, be patient. Whatever happens, happens. Just make sure I cross the line. And then on the backstretch, the 94 moved up, and it caught me off guard. I almost lifted and let him back in out of habit. I don't know. I guess the top did have a good run coming, but we were just forming up on the bottom. He moved up, and I got a huge shove from the 26, man. Dutton was awesome there. He was on my bumper. He never lifted, but we're both wheel men. We can hang on to it, and he pushed me to that one. So maybe I got to buy him a beer or something to thank him. He played a huge role there, but yeah, 94 moved up and gave that one to me for sure.
And I mean, it looked like the seas kind of parted there because the Lions went up to block that run coming from the outside lane and just left the door wide open for you to just run right on through. And that you did, my man, walking away with your fourth win of the season now. I don't know if you're going to let anybody else win, but that's besides the point. Fourth race win for you. Carrying some momentum now, back-to-back race-winning performances. Do you think you can make it a three-peat next week at Auto Club?
Man, I'd like to say yes because I was so quick there last year, but man, Todd found an extra gear there late, and he pulled one over on me and Darren. So I like to think I can definitely run top 5, top 3 for sure. But it's going to be a battle with that 30, the 32, the 21. They're all fast. They're definitely gonna give me a real battle. So I'd like to think I can, but you never know.
Well, we'll be there front and center watching the cat fight. You see what I did there? All those kitty cat coin drivers. Ha ha ha. No, just kidding. Clark, again, my man, pleasure as always. great race for you in the 27 crew. We hope you carry that momentum on, but we'll have to just see how it goes when we hit Auto Club. But until then, my man, Mike's yours.
Yeah, man. I thank so many people. It's such a long list. Half time I forget somebody. I always feel bad. Appreciate you, broadcast man. All the admins here. Ed for sponsoring. Derek Spears Designs. Admin Box, new sponsor just on this week. Glad to have them on board. All my boys at ECE, appreciate all their help. Kitty Cat Coins, such an awesome partner. Infinite Hero, MPI, Mentality, Ayers for these awesome paints. They look amazing, man. Team Nitro for everything they do for us. And I think that about gets it right there.
All right, well, Clark, again, congratulations on yet another race-winning performance, your 4th one in your back pocket, and I believe you may now have a pretty big bullseye painted on you. We'll have to see if anybody's ready to target shoot next week at California, but until then, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Final few words from your race winner. Humble in all aspects of racing is Clark Janikin. Really giving it up and giving the props to the pusher here, the big man that got him to the front there on that final lap, the 26 of Bailey Dutton. You heard him saying Dutton was all over his rear bumper, and if it wasn't for that push, he wouldn't have been in victory lane. So Janikin, class act in really giving credit where credit is due. Janikin does walk away with the checkered flag, though. That'll be his 4th on the season. And, man, I don't know. The rest of the field, they may be painting a big old bullseye on the back of that 27 truck heading into California. We'll see how it all goes next week, but that's going to pretty much do it from the Super Speedway. 2.5 mile track now in the books. The high speed, high banks here at Talladega Super Speedway, lending us a great race here tonight in the admin box, a 175. And there's not much left to do but to roll up the cords and begin to head on out. And with the producers hitting the buttons in the background, you can hear those familiar sounds. You can hear those familiar tunes. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. In the admin box, a 175 for the ASMR HAUCK Designs Truck Series. Walking away with the race win yet again, the 27 of Clark Janikin. Bailey Dutton back in second with Lucas Lyons rounding out your podium drivers. Ed HAUCK right there in 4th. 5th place belongs to the 15 of Brendan Carroll. Daniel Jensen back in 6th. 7th belongs to the 38. Black Rifle Coffee Company Tostica Racing 38 machine. Zach Miller walks away 7th. Todd Cray gonna get himself back on the lead lap and make his way to 8th. Josiah Strauss back in 9th. Nicholas Wing finishes out your top 10. TJ Grober, Stephen Ayers Jr. back in 12th. 13th belongs to Patrick Coro. Justin Gannon 14th. 15th tonight from Talladega. Vernon Broadback with Darren Clement parking that 32 machine in 16th. Josh Douglas back in 17th. Scott Bellum will bring the 1 machine home to 18th. 19th from the track here tonight will be previous race winner, finishing 1 lap down the 33 of Jesse Hedges. Brinson Hunt back in 20th. Andrew Melita 21st. 22nd to Brian Tarnowski. Christopher Woods led a handful of laps, but the 17 caught up involved with a late on-track incident. He'll finish tonight's race back in 23rd. 24th to Matt Allen. 25th to that 404 of Dave Gage. Scott Thomas. Robert Lukens back in 27th. Ben Bryant in 28th. 29th tonight from Talladega Super Speedway in the admin box, a 175. Belongs to Dylan Ussery. And Larry Poling will round out your 30 truck field for the night. And just like that, we'll begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Join us in that push to 3,000. Drop these drivers that thumbs up. You know you want to click subscribe and smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. So until next time, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.